The notion that we can do it all at once reigns supreme in today's fast-paced world. Yet, as we dive deeper into this multifaceted topic, we must ask ourselves, is multitasking really the golden ticket to efficiency? Or does it merely lead us down a path fraught with distractions and errors? Multitasking, at its core, involves the concurrent execution of multiple tasks, a capability that many individuals aspire to master in an effort to keep pace with the demands of modern life. The allure is undeniable. We envision ourselves seamlessly navigating between phone calls and emails while whipping up dinner, ever-present weight on our shoulders, masked by an illusion of control. Yet beneath this facade lies a more complex reality. The human brain, despite its remarkable capabilities, operates in a manner that challenges this notion of true multitasking. Cognitive science reveals that what we often interpret as multitasking is, in fact, rapid task switching, a process where our attention flits from one task to another, rather than genuinely engaging with two activities simultaneously. This constant toggling incurs a hidden cost, time lost in transitions, and a dilution of concentration. The idea of effortlessly managing several responsibilities diminishes when we recognize how each switch distracts us from depth and engagement. Thus, though society may tout multitasking as a desirable skill, this perception rarely aligns with empirical evidence. Study after study has demonstrated that attempting to juggle tasks can degrade performance and increase errors. Our brains thrive on focus. They excel when allowed to delve deeply into a singular task rather than frantically shifting gears. The allure of efficiency can render us less productive, leaving behind the masquerade of competence for the stark realization that embracing singular focus might yield greater results. In considering these insights, we begin to peel away the misconceptions surrounding multitasking and shine a light on the path towards more effective strategies rooted in intention and clarity. In the quiet hum of a late afternoon, the task of preparing dinner often seemingly melds effortlessly with the need to stay connected through emails. You find yourself juggling a pot on the stove, aromas wafting through the kitchen. Yet, amid this domestic choreography, your attention drifts toward the screen. The ping of a new message pulls you in, and the intricate dance around the stove begins to falter. The sautéing vegetables that once promised a delightful flavor now teeter on the brink of incineration. The once crisp snap of fresh broccoli turns into a charred memory as your mind fragments under the dual weight of culinary preparation and digital correspondence. A sense of urgency grips you. The attachment in your reply is essential for a colleague's upcoming project. But lost in this whirlwind of multitasking, it slips away from your thoughts entirely. A momentary lapse transformed into miscommunication that could have lasting repercussions. A cycle emerges. You are left not only with burnt food, but also with an unanswered email. Both reminders of how ambition can sour into chaos when stretched too thin. Everyday moments like this reveal more than just small inconveniences. They encapsulate an essential truth about multitasking's deceptive nature. At first glance, it appears efficient, a dance between responsibilities that ideally flourishes into productivity. However, as these scenarios unfold, we discover their inherent pitfalls. Diminished output and increased blunders become constant companions when we attempt to play all roles simultaneously. Reflecting on these episodes reveals how easily our lives can tumble into disarray when we forsake focus for fleeting impressions of control. Seeking harmony in a barrage of demands often culminates in disarray and frustration instead. Each stinging lesson teaches us The true mastery lies not in endless activity, but in intentional engagement, an invitation to shift our gaze from expanding our tasks to deepening our presence in each moment. Understanding this may transform how we view our daily responsibilities. By choosing to dedicate our energy to one endeavor at a time, we honor the depth and quality of our experiences, rather than surrendering them to an illusionary quest for efficiency. This mindful approach beckons us away from chaos and guides us towards outcomes imbued with clarity and purpose. An acknowledgement that meaningful progress rarely flourishes amidst distraction, but thrives within concentrated effort. In the complex workings of our minds resides a significant truth about productivity. What we often label multitasking is essentially task switching. Neuroscience reveals that rapid transitions from one task to another come at a steep cost, with studies indicating that this frequent shifting can reduce productivity by up to 40%. Each switch demands recalibration from the brain, leading to mental fatigue and a loss of focus. As we rush between emails, meetings, and phone calls in an attempt to manage our responsibilities simultaneously, we may unwittingly find ourselves trapped in a cycle of decreased effectiveness. Every time we redirect our attention, we lose precious momentum. Even brief lapses in concentration accumulate over time, creating barriers to genuine engagement and meaningfully completed tasks. The very act of juggling multiple duties can counterintuitively slow us down rather than propel us forward. This understanding encourages us to re-examine how we structure our work and daily lives. Embracing the reality that our cognitive capacities are finite allows us to shift our perspective on multitasking. It becomes clear that depth often yields far greater results than breadth. By prioritizing single tasking and dedicating concentrated periods solely to one endeavor, we not only enhance performance, but also protect ourselves against burnout. Transitioning toward focused sprints instead of endless multitasking frees our creativity and problem-solving skills from distraction. By nurturing environments that promote sustained concentration, we pave the way for clarity and innovation, allowing distractions to fade into the background while essential tasks command our full attention. Ultimately, embracing this insight conveys a powerful message about human potential. It flourishes through intentional efforts rather than frantic attempts at excessive productivity. Reclaiming focus amid life's chaos enriches outcomes while promoting well-being. In navigating tasks mindfully, we cultivate an empowered approach to both work and life's intricate challenges. In a world that often celebrates busyness, single tasking emerges as a transformative alternative. This practice emphasizes the importance of dedicating oneself fully to one task at a time, allowing individuals to cultivate focus and achieve higher quality outcomes. By intentionally eliminating distractions, we rediscover the power of immersion, reviving clarity in our work. Single tasking dismantles the cacophony of modern life that pulls us in multiple directions. Each notification and distraction chips away at our capacity for sustained attention. However, when we consciously choose to focus on one activity, remarkable things begin to happen. Deep engagement fosters better execution and creativity, leading to solutions that arise organically rather than being forced into existence. Challenges become easier to navigate when we work without the fog of constant task switching. As we engage deeply with a singular endeavor, clarity emerges amid chaos. Our thoughts streamline, insights develop more clearly, and ideas flourish without interruption. The sense of flow that accompanies this process transforms productivity into joy. A seamless blend where effort becomes engaging rather than burdensome. Yet this journey toward single tasking is layered with intention. It requires redefining productivity on personal terms. Establishing boundaries becomes essential. Designated time for focused work creates fertile ground where creativity can thrive, free from urgent distractions or overlapping responsibilities. Embracing this mindful approach not only enhances our professional lives, but enriches personal experiences as well. Moments become infused with purpose when we immerse ourselves in singular activities. Conversations deepen when we give them our full attention, instead of merely skimming them while juggling multiple tasks. Ultimately, single tasking offers more than just efficiency. It promotes a philosophy where presence supplants distraction and depth overtakes breadth. In choosing to recognize each undertaking as an opportunity for connection, we open pathways for clarity and satisfaction to flourish within our efforts. As we strive towards this more intentional mode of living, may we honor each task as valuable and reclaim ownership over our time and focus, navigating life's complexities through directed action that is both meaningful and fulfilling. Through single tasking, we invite richness back into our endeavors, discovering the profound beauty found in dedicating ourselves wholly to each moment along the way. In numerous cultures, the notion of productivity intertwines with individual identity, often celebrating perpetual busyness as a hallmark of success. This relentless pursuit fosters an internalized belief that self-worth hinges on multitasking, juggling responsibilities while demonstrating constant activity. Such societal narratives create environments where distraction becomes the norm, leading to feelings of overwhelm and diminished clarity. Delving into these cultural constructs reveals their temporal nature, shaped by historical and social contexts. For instance, societies valuing communal living redefine productivity through collaboration rather than individual achievement. They emphasize quality of engagement over mere output. In contrast, certain indigenous cultures view time cyclically, prioritizing restoration and harmony over a linear drive toward goals. Here, pauses carry intrinsic value, fostering creativity and community bonds. By critically examining these beliefs, we create opportunities to reassess and recalibrate our relationship with work, acknowledging that cultural dictates about busyness can distort understanding, encourages us to seek balance actively. This invites a deeper definition of productivity, not just through task completion, but by considering the quality of presence we bring to every endeavor. Changing how we define success may involve cultivating mindfulness practices dedicated to focused attention. Instead of succumbing to demands for immediacy at all costs, this approach nurtures creativity and promotes well-being. Reevaluating our approach prompts genuine questions about working life, highlighting that inherent value exists outside rigid societal expectations. Our journey moves away from proving worth through activity toward recognizing deeper meaning within our work. The challenge lies not merely in escaping constant activity. It involves instigating conversations about ingrained beliefs surrounding productivity. By advocating for narratives that prioritize mental health and acknowledge limits, we can foster cultural shifts toward richer connections between work and life. Ultimately, embracing this reflective stance leads to transformative insights about ourselves and others. In dismantling definitions rooted solely in busyness, we allow for a path where quality supplants quantity, a more meaningful existence shared among diverse cultural narratives. As we conclude our exploration of multitasking versus single-tasking, a fundamental question emerges. How will we adjust our approaches moving forward? This inquiry invites us to rethink our daily habits and reassess our beliefs about productivity. In a society that prizes busyness, embracing single-tasking reveals a pathway not only toward enhanced individual productivity, but also toward redefining success itself. While many view busyness as a mark of honor, single-tasking offers the opportunity to engage deeply with both work and personal endeavors. Rather than measuring achievement by the sheer volume of tasks completed, we begin to value the quality of what we produce, the creativity inspired, relationships cultivated, and insights gained through focused attention. This mindful approach fosters meaningful connections with ourselves and others. When fully present in each moment, we enrich our experiences and create bonds that matter. Choosing to immerse ourselves in singular tasks encourages clarity and allows for depth in our pursuits. It invites us to channel our energy deliberately, enhancing fulfillment rather than merely maintaining activity. As we navigate this journey forward, consider how internalizing these principles can transform not just our lives, but also those around us. By modeling focused engagement, we challenge cultural norms that celebrate relentless busyness. Encouraging peers and loved ones to explore mindfulness enriches our communal experience and helps redefine how productivity is perceived. Shifting toward a mindset that prioritizes depth over breadth requires courage to question deeply ingrained beliefs about worth measured by incessant striving. It calls for a willingness to embrace discomfort while stepping away from distractions, allowing us to discover meaning in intentional choices. In closing, let us embrace an evolving narrative that highlights the power of focused attention within our everyday lives. With each mindful choice made forward, may we redefine productivity into an art form where depth prevails over breadth, enriching both work life and personal journeys in this shared human experience.